Hey, my name is Mark Eitel, host of the Mr. Mortgage Show, and you are listening to The Daily Dose. Today is Wednesday, June 15th, 2022. And guess what happened today? The big bad Fed raised the overnight rate 0.75 of a point. That's right, 75 basis points. The biggest increase in, I think it's since 1992. Yeah, significant increase in the rate, and indicates that more rate hikes are to come. So what does that mean to you? That means your consumer debt, your credit card payments are going to go up. Your equity line payments are going to go up. The car loan that you were thinking about getting, you're going to go buy a new car or lease a new car. That interest rate is going to be higher. All debt is going to be higher. Mortgage rates jumped significantly Monday and Tuesday in anticipation of this. Today they eased back a little bit, but the 30-year fixed rate is in the high 5s to low 6s, depending on program, credit score, and fee structure. And that's a significant increase from where we started the year. I'm hearing a lot of people just, they're scared, and I understand. I totally do. Prices of properties continue to rise. And for buyers, sadly, there's no end in sight. The price of homes is governed by supply and demand, not necessarily by interest rates. So it's a challenge. I totally get if someone's waiting and they're frightened. I get it. I just wanted to share that historically, a 5 to 6% interest rate is a healthy interest rate. It's not an overbearing interest rate as far as cost of money. I get it. We were just in the 2s and 3s, so this feels like the end of the world. But exhale. Everybody with me? Breathe in. Breathe out. We're in this. This is where we are. There's strategies around purchasing property in a higher interest rate environment. Adjustable rate mortgages might offer some relief. We've talked about it. There's an episode of the Daily Dose called Skip Leg Day. It's time for ARMs, where we cover the adjustable rate mortgages of today, right? Not the scary interest-only adjustable rate mortgages that were so prevalent leading into the housing bubble of the early 2000s. And then there's a rate buy-down strategy, which I personally think is going to be a good strategy moving forward, where you can negotiate a discount with the seller and then apply that discount to buying the interest rate down. But I just wanted to share that there's strategies to purchase even in an increasing interest rate environment. I think we're going to see a little pullback in rates from here, but not significantly. We're firmly in the high 5s to low 6s at the moment. We've got some game plans to work around that I'm happy to share with you. But exhale. The Fed raised the rate, and this is the new normal. As much as I hate to say that was such an overused phrase during the pandemic. But the reality is those artificially low rates were directly caused by the Federal Reserve's response to the pandemic. I mean, they flooded the market with money, free money. They were sending people checks, giving PPP money to keep employees on payroll. And all of this is a byproduct of that. I mean, there's no free lunch. As much as people want free money, it sounds great at the time, but we're paying for it now. We're paying for it in the form of this runaway inflation that these interest rate increases are trying to slow. So I just wanted to share that there's strategies around buying real estate in a higher interest rate environment. That could be an adjustable rate mortgage, it could be an interest rate buy down, or both. So I would encourage you to check out the Daily Dose episode on ARMs, and then the Daily Dose episode titled, I think it's titled, Does It Make Sense to Pay More for a Property? That one talks about the interest rate buy down strategy. But hey, we're in this together. Buying real estate still makes sense. Buying real estate in the 80s when interest rates were in the high double digits made sense. You know, you need a place to live. If you're paying rent now, you should be paying a mortgage if you can afford it, right? If you can afford it. But if you're paying $2,500 a month in rent, you might be surprised to know how much home you could buy for that same $2,500. And just wanted to share an encouraging word in the midst of all of these sky is falling headlines that we've been seeing lately. We've been here before and we'll be here again. We've got some strategies to help work through a higher interest rate environment, and I'm super happy to talk you through it. If you'd like, just feel free to reach out and we can deep dive some strategies. So that's it. My name is Mark Eitel, host of the Mr. Mortgage Show, and you've been listening to the Daily Dose. And if you found any of this helpful or interesting, I encourage you to check out our iHeartRadio show. We're live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on iHeartRadio. We're on a few stations here in Florida and then on the app live at 9 a.m. Or you can check out all the replay episodes at themrmortgageshow.com. And then lastly, we have a Facebook page for the show. Go to Facebook and search The Mr. Mortgage Show, and there you'll find a ton of data. We always dump the data that we use on the Saturday shows there, as well as daily interesting articles surrounding real estate and mortgages. All right, again, my name is Mark Eitel. You've been listening to The Daily Dose, and we'll talk again tomorrow.